Right, it's Monday, 13th of July. And I've had this video quite a while and I want to know what it is. Now, the other day, things have been going missing in my house, right? And my head has been that all over the place because of all the stuff that's been going on. I've had years and years and years and years and years of stuff going on, psychological attacks. I've gone through every violation known to man. Now, the other day, I thought they'd been in. They broke my airbrush the other day. Someone's been in and bent the needle up, so I can't actually do this mural. Can't do it now. Now, I've got some coins, some Feng Shui coins, right? I had them on the settee. And I think I had my Peter Rabbit out in there. But you know when people have just been pissing you about that much, so you don't, it's gaslighting. They try and do it to make you delusional and things like that. Well, I think what I did was, where are we at? Oh, it's coming in. Oh, there you go. Yeah. I think what I did was I had these out. And I think that was on the settee. Right. So I think I've scooped them up. I put a couple of coins in my bag. And I think I put my Peter Rabbit up and mixed them up in there. Unless they'd been in and put it back in here. Don't want to blame people for things, do you know what I'm saying? But when you know things are going on and you know for a fact, because I've had years of this sort of stuff, this is what these people don't realise. They've been at this for a long time, over about 20 years, 15 years or so, and been following me around when I was a kid and all sorts of weird stuff. Right? So they think they're being funny and cute and all that kind of thing. This is old shit to me. Old stuff. But I was just about to bang this mural. Right. It's going to have katanas on it. How I do my murals, I had 3D stuff as well that comes off the wall and that kind of thing, just to bend the wall about and bring it alive. Well, I put a load of them coins upon the wall on that mural now. And I'm just looking for one thing just to finish that. Finish that mural. And then I was going to start on that and take as many photos of it as possible. I was just about to do it. I thought, right, I've recovered, I feel better because I've got a lot of stuff going on. I thought, right, my head's better and everything like that. Jam it, I've got enough energy to actually go and do it. Needle's broken, the airbrush. So I get that mad. I got that mad. I actually been confronting these people in this office because I want to know what the bloody hell's going on. Right? And the argument got a bit heated. You know, we got into a bit of a disagreement. We got a bit heated, whatever. They were calling the police on me all the time. So they ever do, threaten me. I got threatened yesterday by a care worker in here. It doesn't even live here or anything, works here. He just nips in to do some care work for somebody. Freaking out, big time. Offering me out on the street, going, come on, come outside, offering me out and stuff. I'm going to find out who you are and I'm going to get you fired. Get you sacked. Trying to come in here and threaten me. You know when you're lorded over by lesser men, by fools. And I've had a lifetime of it, and I just ain't taking it now. Well, the police arrested me. On some trumped up bollocks. But because of all this COVID stuff, this is the amusing bit. Every time people try and mess with me and stuff like that, they end up exposing themselves and then it backfires on them. Right? So this guy, the police got me in the cells and everything, right? Not very well at all. And because of all this COVID thing, they can't actually conduct proper interviews. They've got to get solicitors on a conference, video conferences and stuff like that. Well, because of all this, they've got having to learn new technology. They couldn't even show me evidence of things that they're claiming that I'd done. So it's completely null and void. They were holding me against my will in a police cell in an interview that I shouldn't have been in because it was null and void. It's done. If it goes to court, it will be laughed out of court. Because you can't conduct you have to present the evidence and stuff like that, and you never did. And you was disowning me against my will, so I want some money for that compensation. You've been nicking that much stuff off me over the time. Putting me in hospitals and things like that when I shouldn't have been in one before. A couple of years ago, took me away before my birthday for a month, for no reason. Forcibly drugging me on things that I shouldn't have been on. I've done that much damage to my body because of that. Because I've been doing years and years of meditation for a long time. Now I live under these cell towers, right underneath one. And I'm going to show you this, I'm going to play you this. I've got a full spectrum camera, a GoPro. Now I don't know what's going on with that. Can you hear that? You can't hear that normally. But I captured that a while ago, a couple of years back with that camera. So when I played it back, I'm like, what the hell is that noise? Rest of the video. So it's beaming. Hear that? I don't know what that noise is. Alright. Now I've used other cameras as well, and it's not always doing that sound. I just happened to pick it up one time. I thought, what the bloody hell's that? Now the other day, I'm sat in there, and I was just holding this jar. It exploded. The bottom fell out of it. Just literally, it can't be me. I ain't got that much energy in me, surely, that I just explode glass jars. Just shattered, and I'm like, what on earth? No hot drink in it or anything like that. It's water. Exploded. Now these people here have been trying to say that I'm delusional and that kind of thing. You stole my dragon staff, I know that, and you've come in and bent the airbrushes up. They're trying to get me done all of the time, and they're exposing themselves. And as soon as I find out who that care worker was yesterday, because I've got seats outside my house, and they come and sit outside my house, these people. It's like somebody sitting on your front doorstep. And there's that many security guards in this building now. I don't know why they've got so much security, but they've got all these security guards. It's like you're living in a bloody prison. I feel like I'm living in like some high-tech prison or something. All these guards walking around on patrol all the while. Don't know who they are. All these strange faces walking around and whatnot. Hear that noise? I don't know what that is, where that's coming from. I'm not a techie, but I don't trust those cell towers, I know that. And I don't know what that noise is. But there's been other videos. Yeah, I'll try that one. That's the same video actually. Yeah, same thing. No sound whatsoever. Same camera. Hear that? No sound whatsoever. So whatever that was, that could be being doing every now and again. It could be beaming that for some reason. But I've got a camera that picks things up like that. So much going on. I want to know what's going on with them. So I'm living under one. I'm sick of people thinking they can just attack me constantly. I've had years and years and years of it. Just thinking they can just come and attack you. They just want to pick a spawn all the time. This guy yesterday completely flossed on his plot, marching up and down the corridor. I was like, come on, come outside on the street, you're fine on the street. And I'm like, you're supposed to be a care worker. Completely freaking out. He's marching into this house, grabs his bag and storms off. So he's threatening to call the police. Again, threatening to call the police on me, and he's trying to threaten me. Offering me out for a fight and things like that. So you're going to lose your job. I'm not taking this shit anymore. You know, people just want to attack you all the time. The level of psychopathy I've gone through from some of these people, I ain't putting up with it no more. They try to bring a war every time, and every time they do, they lose it. Tired of it. I'm trying to do this. Oh, pictures. Are they on there? Are they on my phone? Yeah. Oh, maybe it's not that. Screenshots. Oh, I've got a screenshot on there. Can't find the outlet now. So I'm that tired right now. I'm exhausted. When you're in the cells, you get all these appropriate adults and people like that in mental health teams and that kind of thing. They do not they've got a certain level of third dimensional thinking. You cannot get through to these people. I had to explain and bang my head against the wall a couple of years ago. They put me in the hospital for a month. I was having to bang my head against a bloody wall constantly, having to explain to these people why I was taking up archery to get a hobby and a thing like that. And do you know what I mean? It's not me who's the danger. They think I'm a dangerous person and stuff like that. It's not me. It's not me who's got all head screwed up and whatnot. It's them. They're the nutters, and they keep trying to attack me constantly. So I get quite passionate about things. You know, when you've been banging your head against the wall for God knows how long, how many years, having to explain to people, because I'm too ahead of my time. Way ahead of my time. You're having to explain, you have to do a step-by-step explanation of why you're doing. I don't have to explain myself to anybody here. No one. And you got all these people who think they own you and you can cart you off here and do this to you. You've got no authority over me. Your shit is collapsing. Your world is collapsing right before your eyes. All this COVID and stuff like that. Mega changes are coming. Your world's collapsing. And the people like me who are way ahead on this, they're just rolling out, whatever happens and that kind of thing. You know, when you can literally put some books together and things like that. Some nice stuff, and they just don't want it. They want everything. Want my glasses. I keep buying sunglasses with the rose specs. It changes the frequency. Changes the frequency of what you see things, looking through colourful lenses and whatnot. They keep going missing. So I'm getting a lawyer. I shouldn't be having to mess around with this sort of stuff, pissing around with lower life forms. And these thugs these, what they call, I call them blacklegs. You know, from King Arthur, yeah, they're the blacklegs. I call them blacklegs. They're absolute thugs, and they're just getting worse. And they're trying to create an absolute nightmare. Their shit's collapsing. More and more people have had enough. Absolutely had enough. But yeah, you've heard that, haven't you? That's that noise. I don't know where that's coming from. I just picked it up one night. I was just pissing around with my camera, and I'm like, hey, what's that noise? I can't hear that. But you can hear it on there. I feel like I'm in an experiment cage. And there are people coming in constantly, messing you about and trying to push your buttons. I've had years of this. Absolute years of it since I was little. Following me around, and I live in the adjustment bureau, playing stupid buggers from all sorts of people, burgling your house when you're asleep, hacking your phones, hacking your computers. You're in a shop and they're repeating what you said on the phone to somebody. You're like, how do you know that? Or they were hacking. There were all sorts of things I've gone through. Trying to psychologically mess with you. I've had people trying to set me up as some sort of terrorist, trying to get me to get guns and things like that. They're idiots, these people. Absolute idiots. And now, everything that we've been saying, there's all these people that are waking up with more consciousness and things like that. Everything we've been saying about looking into this, looking at, it's all coming out, it's all coming down the pipe. It's all coming down. It's actually justified now, do you know what I mean? And they're desperate to cling to this thing, this system, this thing. It's going. A whole new thing coming. And they are desperate to control this and lock everybody down in some nightmare. And now all my artwork's vanished off here. Where's my artwork now? They've nicked all my artwork off my hard drive. I had an SD. We've got all my music, and then there's one folder in there. It's called SD card music. That's been removed off the computer. Don't matter because it's still in a list somewhere else, and I've got it on my MP3 player anyway. So I can just upload it straight off the bat anyway. Just trying to mess me with left, right and centre. They're trying to make me out to be an absolute kook and a nut job and things like that. Misdiagnosis, I've been drugged on things, misdiagnosis, locked up in places that I shouldn't have been, pushed to the max, every abuse going, kidnap attempts, murder attempts, you name it, everything. Just ain't putting up with it for any, no more. Just not doing it. Okay, folder's been moved. Just trying to stop you from doing something really awesome. Do you know what I mean? Do some nice painting and whatnot. And you just can't do it. Well, there's other ways of doing it, but I'm just thinking it's actually worth it. Let them get away with it, and then when their lives come crashing down, because they are going to come crashing down at some point, shit's shutting down, the queues, shops are shutting, everything. Everyone's losing their jobs, they can't keep pumping money into a system if nobody's actually putting money in. And they can't get loans from other countries or bankers or anything like that if nobody's got the money to actually put in to start with to pay them back. They'll be sorry. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but that's happened a few times to me actually. Glasses just exploded in my hand and whatnot. So I don't know if it's those things, because I know they can use those beam weaponry and things like that. You want to look into some of this tech, what they've got. All this grid that they're building. Locking you in a grid. An electromagnetic prison. And most people are completely gone, just staring into their phones and stuff. It's absolutely fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. All I know is I am absolutely done in, because I just think Don't just hit the booze. Just drink and get out of here, so you can get the hell out of Earth. Get out of this nightmare. And you got all these people. It's love and stuff. Fucking nutters. Got no idea what's going on here. But the lifetime of these people, they just constantly think that they're on your level, or they can just muller you over. You've got no idea of the levels of understanding I have in all sorts of things. I've read more books than I can imagine. With meditation and things like that. Some of the stuff I could show you and tell you about drifting and dreaming and pulling things out. I can make a piece of artwork and just pull stuff out of it. Things that you wouldn't even know were in there. And we're trying to put a book together. I'm just thinking, why would I do that? For like validation, or so people like me or something. I'm not here to be liked or anything. I don't give a damn anymore. Don't need friends. I don't need anybody in my world. Every time I mix with humans, I get nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble and drama from them. And I'm that close right now to actually thinking, should I just keep going? You just let them keep trying to break everything that I've got. So, and I'm going to sue all sorts of people. We're leaving it and leaving it and leaving it. I thought, just start afresh tomorrow, start afresh, forget everything that's happened to you. But they just keep coming. So I'm getting a lawyer, and I'm going to get a bloody good one, and I'm going to record everything and get as many people sued as possible for the things that have happened to me through my life. I'm going to sue you for it. Other people sue over the most trivial stuff. I'm going to sue you. Stop you going to the gym. You go to, you're working out and you're getting healthy. They stop you going to the gym. They are on a level of fucking stupid that is unmatched. Like the coppers, they say, oh, you've lost some weight. And, have you lost weight or whatever? I'm like, yeah. And they go, good. I was in the gym trying to work out. Stopping your training, they just literally stop you doing everything. They are narcissistic, psychopathic, deranged twats, and I hate them. Psychiatrists are the most retarded Freudian gimps that have ever walked the face of the earth, for the most part. All studying that Freudian crap. It was a weirdo, Freud was. Complete and utter weirdo. Got no concept of the third eye, the pineal gland, nothing. So all this stuff's coming out now. There's a shift in awareness and consciousness, and more people are switching on and waking up. You can't stop us. Don't stop us, don't try. All I know is I am knackered right now, and I am shattered, and I am absolutely skinned, and my bills can go jack. Not paying any bills whatsoever. They can get stuffed. I'm that close to thinking, should I crack on and do that, or pack my shit up, sell everything I've got and just disappear? Go onto the streets. I mean, I've even had coded messages say online saying you're not leaving this island and stuff like that. I don't know who you people think you are. Do you think you own me like a pet or something? You don't. All I know is people down in London and places like that, they're like taking to the streets and partying and bottling the coppers and everything. They've had enough. Everyone's starting to have enough of your shit. There's that many people losing their fucking minds everywhere because they just cannot take this way of life anymore. Because they're waking up and they can't take it. Can't take your horse shit any longer. And eventually there will be that many people, and you coppers, you're only a small amount of people, there'll be that many of them, and they'll swarm you like bees. It'll serve you right. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't actually have somebody in an interview and you can't even present them with the evidence, and so you can find out if it's, you know, what they've got to say on the matter. Can't do that when the computers are down. I can't even actually present any evidence to you. Kept me in there all day for nothing, pissing about because of these twats trying to set me up all the while. Stupid people. So I've had enough right now. But I know one thing. Every time I don't get involved and do, you know, like kick off and have a fight or anything, they get a wallet like they won't believe. The universe kicks their arse. It's done it my whole life for me. I got some really cool decals and everything like that, and I was just waiting because I've been absolutely exhausted with what's going on. I thought I need to rest my brain because my frontal lobe's arcing like mad. I thought I need to rest my head, get some sleep because I don't get much sleep in here. And I thought I'd have a bit, you know, a few more days of rest. And I thought, right, crack it. I should have done it the day before when I was really in the mood. I thought, leave it. I'll put a period on it. Leave it for two more days. And if I make a decision, I tend to just go with that decision and don't change my mind or anything. Because every time I do, things go all pear-shaped. And I thought, leave it one more day, just about to hook the brush up. And I'm like, what's up with the brush? It's not flowing, all bent up. So you bloody confront somebody about it. Say, what's happened to my airbrush? Who's, you know, I want to know who's coming in. They want me to go to the police, but the police are a bunch of benders. Don't go to them. Don't trust them one little bit. You go to them, then they start going, oh, we think you might be a bit crazy. We can put you in a hospital. Fucking doubtful. Suing that hospital. All sorts of people I'm going to be suing now. I want a lawyer. I want to be suing the council for starters. For the shit I went through in the schools as a kid. So all the whole reason, this stuff I've gone through is the sole reason why I drink so much sometimes. Deliberately trying to bump me off the earth through alcohol. You're not going to beat me at all, not at all. But you owe me some compensation. Because I just ain't taking it. Playing this stupid, putting you through tribulations game. I've done with this spiritual stuff as well. Completely done with them. With their online threats and stuff like that. They claim to be the light and love. Oh no, they're not. They're a dark bunch of cunts and they're looking for a sacrifice. They're trying to sacrifice me my whole life, these clowns. They make threats like they can put you in the cupboard for 6 months with tape over your mouth, some of them. I'm like, you're supposed to be all love and everything, so it's all nice. And then you're making threats like that. Tried kidnapping me as a kid. Same cabal. They're a cabal. It's the same people. Saying that they're getting the cabal. They are the cabal. All of them. They're the cabal. I'm done with them. Done with everybody right now. I literally despise humans right now.